Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Battle Axes issue number 3 of 4 from Vertigo DC Comics. Covered by Alex Horley. I must say the first one didn't really impress me. It was a little bit weird. The mix of humor and banter didn't really connect with me. It has some modern slang in this as well. Second one was good, or better. This one is pretty fun. Alright, without further ado, let's dive in and we're going to see what this is all about. Well, so the prince is going on a mission with one of the girls, or with Hrotha, who's the leader of this tribe, of this band. Now I cannot show you this because there's a lot of nudity. So it seems that Freya, who's been stayed behind because Hrotha is, cannot trust her because she's a little bit too impulsive. So she's staying behind, and there is a guy that is seducing her, right? And because he wants something from her. What that is, we're going to reveal in this this issue. And and there is also Captain Eivold. That's the one that's seducing her. He has a double agenda basically, and it seems that he wants to have the throne or something like that, and he's using Tenguts, basically the enemy of this kingdom, to help him do that. So Hrotha and the army with the prince is they are being led into ambush because of Eivold, right? So Eivold is basically drugging Freya. She's a little bit susceptible, and they're having some moments, some nudity moments here. And then we go to Hrotha and the prince, going to the place to, deal with the enemy. So this raven comes in, and the prince wants to say, hey, maybe we should kill it. No, your highness, it has a human voice. There's magic at work here. It says it's from Skold with some kind of message. So Skold is this young sorcerer girl or an apprentice that is being threatened by Sigga here, who is probably the least likable person in this group. And Sigga is blackmailing her because he wants to have her made a potion. So Bruna is falling in love again. But Bruna is a free spirit. She just, not only shacks up with her, but also with other women. And she's jealous. So she wants to have, hey, give me a love potion or I will kill you. So that Bruna is falling in love. There's a lot. Anyway, so she says, how can you trust it, Hrotha? It's a thing of the devil. So she says it's been an ambush, right? So let's say, hey, we have a change of plans and we don't know what we're ready for. So now listen, she says. All right, so there's some lighting here that messes with my resolution. My team and half the men will hold the Tengut in the narrowest part of the pass. You go above the rest, and at my signal, attack from behind. So, all right, but then the Tenguts was a little bit surprised that, this group of warriors are not being led into slaughter, but basically they are prepared for them, right? And they are, doing pretty well. And then she's blowing the horn, and then the Tenguts are, they want to flee, but then they are getting, cut off by the rest of the soldiers with the prince. Basically, they are being slaughtered. And the Tenguts are a very fearful group of people. So the prince was very insecure. He's just a wet noodle. But with the training, amongst other things, from Hrotha, who really likes this guy, I guess, or maybe have some fun with him, he's becoming a man now, and he's speaking to his soldiers, and he says, someone back at home made a deal with this Tengut pig to ambush us. They're still plotting against Barzenia and its emperor. That's their home kingdom. Not for long. Let us march back to Barzenia and equally reward the traitors here, whoever they may be. Are you with me? And everyone say, hurrah, huzzah, right? All right, I like that. Meanwhile, we have Freya, who is still drugged because of the cap here, right? So she's basically a sacrifice for this monster that we saw in the last issue, right? But then they are being called into the act, and also the sorcerer has the ring. You know, the ring is basically, I believe, controlling the monster, right? But they're being caught by the king, and the king says, "Ivold, Otar, my most trusted counselors, feeding my monster behind my back. I dare not even guess why. Arrest them," he says. But then the sorcerer says, "No, not now. Damn you, dogface. Don't tell me what to do. I'll take that ring for myself." But then the monster, what's it called? Wait a minute. Nologoth. Yeah, that's it. So he's been summoned forth, but then he's just doesn't care. He likely wants to have this tasty morsel, but you know, he needs to feed, so he's just swallowing and killing the sorcerer and the king, who releases the ring. Oh, it says here Nologoth, right? So the soldiers are fleeing because in terror, right? And then we have Ivold reaching for the ring, right, and then flees. But then Freya just runs after him, still tied up, and she swears to get it. But then the Tenguts are here, and he says, "Well, now what's this?" And a little extra something for the Khan, and she's even already tied up. So, but Ivold was working with the Tenguts, right? But it seems that, well, I'm coming to that a little bit later. Meanwhile, we have the sister of the prince. You know, she's getting word that the king is dead. And she said, so instead of being, I don't know, crying for her dad that he's gone, right? She says immediately, "Dead, you say? Dead, and Alex is gone. The throne could be mine. Some of the guards and all the generals as well." So she's saying, "Hey, it's true my brother is next for the throne, but you all know he's a weakling. If we act together, we can guarantee that this empire is ruled by a strong hand. Declare martial law, arrest those who are loyal to my father, and anyone else you think might be a threat. As a reward for your service, you may keep any booty you acquire." Right. All right. So then we go to, what's her name? Skold? Did I say that right? Skold, almost. So she's, buying some potions for the stuff for the love potions. But then the soldiers come and he says, "Hey, hear ye, citizens of Brasinia, the emperor is dead, and we have orders to secure this place." And it looks great, man. The art looks really good by Alex HORLEY. And so she's coming to her place, right? Barely alive. And then she's being summoned by this dead sorcerer, right? And the Ouroboros. And the Ouroboros is helping her. And he says that the prince's forces were victorious and they will return soon, right? And she says, "Hey, we need the ring to control the monster, right? So I'll make sure the ring will be in your hands." "Me? Why me? A ghost can't do it. We need a living adept who has both power and integrity. And there are few in the city as suitable as you." All right, but then he says, that she has a problem, because making the love potion, if she doesn't make the love potion, she will be dead. But then this dead sorcerer says, "Well, I can help you with that. So here's the final ingredient," and also compliments it that she's beautiful. And then, what are you saying? In reply, Skold feels an embrace unlike any she felt before. "The touch of the dead is usually cold, but there is warmth, deep and penetrating, far more sensual than of mortal flesh. And princesses of the goddess are not celibate. Nonetheless, it's been a long time. She's vulnerable and needy. How can she resist?" And she says, "Of course I help you, of course." Meanwhile, Ivold has been captured by the Khan here, and he says, "Hey, you screwed up. You said that the city was for the taking." And she says, "I'm telling you, Great One, you're making a mistake. Whoever revealed our plan to Alexis, it wasn't me," right? But then the Khan says, "So what? It was your plan, so you pay. Pity. I was going to make you Emperor of Brasinia. Now you will be dog food." So he's pleading for his life. And it seems that he's, being killed by the dogs. Unfortunately, we don't see that. And so the Khan, he says, "Hey, bring this wench to my tent." And he's bragging and insulting her. And also she says that, it was her mother that fought, is that how you say it? his plans to take over the kingdom, but he doesn't believe her because they are women and all that such. And so he's showing the Ivold's heart, and he eats it. So did Ivold make you act like a boy, or did you think it up to yourself to please him? For the last time, it wasn't Ivold's goddamn whore. I'm a mercenary. He throws this heart into her, what is it, wine? Yeah, into her face, and just as I thought, you are awfully soft for a soldier. But then he just rips, it looks good, rips off his tongue. I'd rather be soft than stupid, you stinking cannibal. Though I can deny it's a pleasure to cut up an enemy's heart. All right, so a lot of death and destruction here. Anyway, but she's probably thinks, uh-oh, how do I get out of here? Because there's probably thousands of Tenguts in here, right? So she's looking around, and she's finding Ivold's purse, and there is this ring, the one the priest was using. Something tells me I've got to take it. I take it to Skold. So she's punching this servant out, and then change clothes and try to get out of this tangled stronghold. Meanwhile, we have, what's her name, Sigga or something? Let me double check. Sorry, I'm not good with names. Sigga. Oh yeah, almost good. She's still, salty that Bruna doesn't want to do anything with her. So she goes to the soldier, right? Because, she's bored and she wants to hook up. So the soldier's dead. And then the soldier says, look, it's one of those northern wenches I heard so much about. And she says, what are you doing? We're on the same side. Not anymore, bitch. Brasinia is an empress now, and your execution's going to be highlight of their coronation. Sounds fun. Too bad you'll miss it. All right, and then it's an ambush, and she says, it'll be suicide trying to save the others now. Better to lie low. There's maybe something I can do later, if they are still alive. Yeah, I can see why, but she's not a very likable person. I'm not sure she's going to be dealt with or that she's coming back into the fold. She's loyal so far, but I always think that if one is going to betray the group, it's going to be her, right? Because of her jealousy. Not sure if she's going to do that. It's just a guess. But still, she's, like I said, very unlikable. Anyway, so the others are captured, including the prince, right? And he says, you can't do this. I'm practically the emperor. You mean you were now. Now move your ass. All right, so he's bringing forth, and then he sees his sister. Too bad, brother. Now everyone knows. Now everybody knows how. In order to make yourself a hero, you betrayed our father and caused his death. She says, well, it's a lie. I was out there and fighting for the kingdom, right? You set us up. And she said, I'm the rightful ruler of Brasinia. Apparently not. The army supports me, and so do the people. But he says that she's the one bribing them, right? I reward those who follow me, and the rest be damned. Pack as many people as possible into the hippodrome. What is that? Tonight, soon no one will say there is a rival for this throne. Now taking them away, except for the big brunette one. Yeah, they have some lovey-dovey in the last issue. And so, Skold here is being greeted, if you can call it, by Sigga. He said, hey, you're back, but I heard the princess had everyone arrested. Everyone but me. Where's Freya? I have seen her in days. I've been worried sick, and the news just keeps getting worse. Well, I plan to reverse that trend as soon as you give me what I asked for. You mean the charm? Here, I think this work. It'll be better. So, Freya comes in, and, saying that, the band is now back together again, right? And they want to free the rest. And then she is giving the ring to Skold. And Sigga says, what's that? Just something I thought you should have. All right, now it's getting fun. So she's now summoning the priest here because she's being compelled to do that somehow, right, to Ouroboros. And Ouroboros comes forth and she says, give me the ring. His tone stuns her. There's nothing in it of the warmth she felt before. It's called demanding, desperate. Damn you, give me that to me. And she says, no. In a flash, he is on her. The arms, once so warm and inviting, are hard now and cold. And while Skold isn't much in a real fight, she knows how to handle spirits. Rolling, she grabs a goddess staff propped up nearby on the floor. And then, concentrating her psychic energy, using it to disperse the spectre's ectoplasm. But the effect isn't permanent. I suppose I've spoken to you more gently, you little fool. I should have kissed you, pleasured you. That's all you really wanted, isn't it? Well, now it's too late. Love me in my true shape. So the spirit was Nola Goff all along. He deceived her, poor girl. And that leads to the next issue. Well, this was a good one. This is what I really want. Less stupid jokes, and then a little bit more serious with a good storyline. Nice surprise again. So I hope, like I said, there's 4 issues. I hope they deliver. We will see. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you next time.